Alright everybody, so let's begin. So you're going to bring your hands together in prayer position, bring your thumbs against the heart. We do a little forward bow and everybody says Satnam. And Satnam means truth is my essence, and we're just doing an acknowledgement for everybody in the space, so we're honouring that truth within everybody else. And welcome to your Kundalini Yoga class today. And today we're working on the emotion of anger and to release that emotion. And I'm going to use the word anger to describe a category of several emotions that relate to this feeling of anger. These emotions are frustration, irritation, anger, rage, outrage, fury, and resentment. So all of those I'm just going to call anger for today. And then there are three other emotions that when these come up for us, actually what is there is anger. It's disguised anger. And these are criticism, judgment, and jealousy. Whether we are criticizing and judging ourselves or other people, if we take a moment to realize what's going on, the charge is based in an anger charge. So anger is a very high energy, depleting emotion. If we look at the spectrum of emotions, and we have fear is on the one side, on the opposite side is love. In the middle is calm and ease. So everything from calm and ease to fear we call depleting, so it drains us of energy. Fear is the lowest vibration, and what we've been doing over the last few days is sort of working systematically up the vibrational ladder, and now the last one is anger. And it has the highest amount of energy, and it's really tangible, it's very intense, it's very obvious when we feel it. Very loud. And it's the last moment before we step into the calm and ease space. And anger is the emotion that keeps us furthest away from our true self, our higher self, and furthest away from universal energy as well. And if you took the spectrum and you could have flipped it like this, you'll see that it's related to the chakras. So fear would be the base chakra, and our anger sits in solar plexus. And they say that sometimes the hardest and the longest journey is to go from solar plexus to heart. And it's one of the qualities is because it's emotion and many other things. But when we get to the heart, we have transmutation as we come into ease, compassion, and love. So this high energy emotion means that our physiology of our body is high energy as well. We have a high energy in our nervous system, specifically to do with our autonomic nervous system, and the branch is called the sympathetic. So it's very high sympathetic, and the stress response is really high in the body as well. So we have a high cortisol level, which is the hormone which gets released through stress, and they're very, very high. And they're sitting here as well in the solar plexus, and this is the main chakra. And it's when this chakra is overactive, when there's too much energy in this space. And everything around here relates to anger. So liver is the organ of anger, and the element of the solar plexus is fire. So now we've got this fire element, and we've got this overactive chakra, and now we feel this emotion called anger. However, there's another chakra involved, and that is the throat chakra. Because the throat chakra is the space of expression. So when we have a balanced throat chakra and we start to observe this anger coming up, we can say, ooh, I'm noticing there's a physiological change. It feels like anger, it's high energy. And then we can express it very healthy, either saying it to ourselves or to another person. We just say, I'm starting to feel frustrated, or I'm starting to feel irritated. And that's a healthy expression. And just a tip, by the way, when we do this, that's as far as you need to go. It's not to say, why am I feeling the frustration? And this is the reason. As soon as you say why, this lovely negative mind that we have that's constantly checking out the environment and trying to keep us safe is going to do exactly that in that moment. And it's going to go, ooh, I have to find a reason why. And it will sort of scan your external environment, your internal environment, some of your memory, and it's going to come up with an answer for you. And that answer isn't the true answer. That's not actually why you feel it. It's just attaching to something in the immediate space. So when you are in a healthy space and you feel it, just the essence of it coming up, like, ooh, I feel it. That's number one, is the first step. You're ready now, taking some control. Number two is, let me change my physiology. And one of the things you do is you can come to breath. And what we learned in the last session, which was on anxiety, we learned about the moment that you take a breath and you are aware of it, you already lower the energy, you already shift yourself into what we call neutral mind, which is our meditative mind, where everything is calm. And that's all you need to do. If you want to do something more, you can always move yourself out of the location, go for a walk, speak to somebody, have a cold glass of water, it's fire elements, you balance it with something else. Or the breathing, be finding, oh, I can't shift this breathing, and then you can do what's called left nostril breath, where you just do slow breathing through the left nostril. Okay, so those are little techniques, and we're going to touch on maybe a couple more techniques today. But that's all you need to do when the throat chakra is healthy, is just say, I observe this. However, when the throat chakra is not balanced, either it is underactive or overactive, meaning there's too little or too much energy going through it, then anger becomes exceptionally complicated. So let's say the throat chakra is underactive, there's not enough energy there. So we feel this physiological change, but we don't know and we can't express ourselves because it's underactive. And expressing is through words and actions, but we don't know how to do it. So what do we do in those moments is we suppress and we keep it down. And you can imagine this is like a fire element. So you're like opening up your pot, your cooking pot, you're putting your anger in and you put the lid back on. And the next time it happens, it's still under active throat chakra, you open the lid, you put your anger in, you put the lid back on. And I'm sure you all know what's going to happen soon. At some point, this lid can't hold this capacity of this anger, and so it will eventually come out. But by that stage, it's so far down the line that the initial reason that any of this happened, you won't even remember, and you'll get angry about something over here, which isn't truth. So part of the process is, when we feel anger, is realizing that this is not really the issue. There's something deeper, and we have to sort of work backwards. And we're going to do that today in class as well. We're going to work through different layers. Ooh, I hope you're ready for this. And when we suppress this anger, the mind steps in and has to give reason. And the mind will either attach to one thing, either within yourself, somebody else, a community, an organization. They'll be like, I'm going to direct my anger to this or that. And it'll become fixated and attached to that, and just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where you have resentment and then even hatred. Or it's going to find many things, like a list of things, but you can't express it. So it's just in the mind. And you're just feeding anger, and you're putting anger back in yourself. Okay, so that's underactive. Then we have overactive. So it comes out, but it comes out inappropriately. And it can come out inappropriately in the things we say and what we do. So it can be the language we use. So we might have harsh words, we might swear, we might be manipulative, we might be critical, we might judge. It might be through actions. And I know that sometimes we think anger, we think about violence, but it's not just about violence, that's really extreme. It can be simple things like, you're upset with your friends, so you ignore them. You take them off Facebook. All right, so you're doing an inappropriate action. Instead of expressing how you feel, you're doing something manipulative. Or you know that if you do something for someone, this will make them happy, so you do the opposite. And I'm sure if you've had brothers and sisters, or you've had children of your own, you've experienced it, or you've been a child. When your parents say, please do this, you're like, no. I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm going to defy you, because there's this anger that's sitting there. And what is actually happening in that moment, when we're saying no, or we're playing these games, if we stop for a moment and have a look at anger, we realize that there's actually something missing. And what we are missing is we're not getting our needs and our desires fulfilled. And these are primal. So if you had to look at the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and you look down, For some of us, that is on a fear base. It could be, I'm not getting my security needs met, or my survival, or my safety. Or maybe it's in a relationship, maybe it's to do with sacral chakra. So maybe I'm not getting the intimacy I need. Or maybe I'm not getting the connection. Maybe something else is missing from my life. So anger is a wonderful tool to really find those things that are missing. But you have to sift through these layers. So when it's also inappropriate, when it's been expressed, it means that we're expressing it in the wrong context. We're not expressing it from our primal needs. We're expressing it from the situation we found ourselves in. And I know we've all done this, and especially when it comes to relationships, whether it's family, in a loving relationship, a partnership, or it's a work relationship, there'll be, like they're called the straw that broke the camel's back scenario. There'll be an incident that happens, and we focus and fixate on the incident. Let's say, in all these scenarios, there's a kitchen, and the person's left the milk out, and you go, excuse my language, for fuck's sake, why has this fucking person put this milk away? And now, you start to fixate about the milk, and now you said inappropriate words. And maybe you've done it on purpose because the person is just over there, and you want them to hear that you're upset. But if you look back and said, hang on, is it really about the milk? No, it's not about the milk. And you go one step deeper, and then you realize, oh, wait, it's because this person has not been doing the tasks I've asked of them. They haven't been honoring the things I've asked. So then you think that's the reason. But if you go one step deeper, you say, well, why am I being triggered by this? Oh, because actually what's going on is they're not doing what I'm asking, but I'm also struggling to ask. So I've got something in myself, I have the incapacity to ask for things. Now we're getting closer to the truth. Why is that happening? And then of course you can go a little bit deeper and so forth. Whew, all right. So that's why I say it can seem very complicated. So from now on, when you feel anger, stop in the moment, identify it, try and shift it in the moment straight away. So it's trying to just get the energy down. Because when you're in that calm space, then you can ask the questions. Because then you're in neutral mind, and then you can look at everything and come up with the truth that's happening. Realizing that it's a desire or a need that's been unfulfilled. And also realize that if it's been directed towards you, it's not an attack. It feels like it, and when we do it, it feels like an attack. It's not, it's defensive. A person only expresses anger because something inside of them is missing, or they're not getting a need fulfilled. Okay, whew, heavy stuff, eh? So let's begin the class. Let's peel back these layers, and let's get into this and release this anger. So bring your hands together in prayer position, thumbs against the heart. You're going to lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. You're going to lift the elbows slightly to lift the chest. Your eyes are closed, your jaw is soft. The tip of the tongue is curled up and pressed against the hard palate behind the teeth. And just observe yourself in this moment. You've been given some information, and some of that might have triggered something within you or stimulated something. So just observe how that feels. And then let that go and observe the rest of your being, your physical body, sensations, your emotions, your mind, your energy, and your connection to the environment. And then we open up the class by chanting the Adi mantra followed by the protection mantra. It's on your chant sheet in front of you, and it's the first two chants on the chant sheet, which we'll sing 3 times. So take a deep breath in to prepare, and chant along. Om Namo. Quick breath. Guru Dev Namo. Long breath. Om Namo. Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Slow, deep inhale, exhale. Inhaling again into our next chant, protection mantra. Protection mantra, 3 times. Breath in. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Take a breath in and hold the breath. This allows us to come into still point where we can observe any changes on all levels of our being and observe what's changed from the chant. Place your hands on your knees. Open your eyes, and we're coming into our warm-up. So shoot your legs out in front of you. We're going to start off with the legs first today. You're going to have your legs straight, ankles are flexed. If you're able to reach your toes, you're going to use your first 2 fingers to wrap around your big toe and your thumb press into your toenail. If you're not there, it's fine. You place your hands where you can reach. Inhale, lengthen everything. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's begin. Take a breath in. As you do, lengthen arms, back, legs. Hold the breath. On the exhale, bring your hands closer to you and grab onto the legs. Pull yourself forward, down, round your back. Breathe out, hold the breath out. Inhale, take the hands back, point the toes. Tilt the head back. And then exhale, come back to the front again. This is called Paschimottanasana. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, take your hands behind you, point the toes, open chest. One more, exhale, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, come back. If you've got shoulder issues, you'll stay with this posture. No shoulder issues, we're going to level 2. Forward fold. Level 2 is tabletop, bring your hands back, feet back. Lift up, take a breath in. Feel the stretch along the chest. Exhale as you come down and lean forward. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward and down. We'll do one more. If you have a knee issue, you do tabletop. If you don't have a knee issue, you're going into incline plank. Point your toes, lift the hips, tilt the head back. Inhale. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. So 2 more of those. Inhale, incline plank. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Last one. Then coming back, bring the soles of your feet together in butterfly pose, either holding ankles or feet. Pull the knees down, round the back, exhale, work your head towards the toes. Inhale, sit up again. Okay, and just continue with that. Exhale down, inhale up. the next one down, stay down. Wonderful one for this class. Notice if there's any judgment here right now. And remember, that's got a little bit of anger behind it. A better place to be in this posture is just to accept that wherever you are is perfect with your journey. Release. And as you release, either crossing the ankles and ease the seat or bringing one leg in front of the other. Holding onto the front ankle and spinal flexion. Going forward, inhale, exhale back. And we're going to allow the full spine today, so opening up the throat, the chest, rounding the back as you go back. Always closing the eyes once you've got the posture, so you can feel the changes. One more, and immediately take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, pull the arms up and away, open up the throat, breath in, exhale, round the back, chin to chest and hands to butt. The next time you breathe in, keep the arms up, hold the breath, tilt the head back. Release, bring the hands to the front, turn the palms away, around the back, exhale. Turn the palms to face inwards, inhale, hands to heart. Exhale away. Continue with that. The next time your arms come to the front, keep them there. Then inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, come back to start position. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hands away. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hands to heart. Inhale. Hands away. And then this time, keep the arms in the air as you inhale. Breathe naturally and bend side to side. Release the hands, side bend. And then bring your hands onto the knees and only working the neck in a side bend. Inhaling one side, exhale the other. Coming back to center, to drop the chin slightly so it's parallel to the floor. Rotate your head to the left, inhale, exhale right. Bring your awareness into your head as you do this movement. Come back to center, take the breath and hold the breath. Feel the energy in the head, those higher chakras. And then exhale, release. Right, warm up is done. So our first layer that we're going to step into is a meditation called Act, Don't React. So a great one in the moment. And it works with a whistle and a breath. And whistling works into all the chakras from the throat top, the third eye chakra, throat, heart, and solar plexus, and all the body parts in this area, because it works the vagus nerve. The breathing is going to be a breathing in with the whistle, so for 4 seconds. And then you hold the breath for 4 seconds. And then you breathe out what's called a cannon breath. So cannon breath is where you make your mouth like an O shape, and you're like you're blowing out a cannonball. So it's like trying to like one breath explode all the air out. This meditation brings us into the neutral mind, that meditative mind that can discern and see the bigger picture, and also balances the throat chakra. Hand position, you're going to bring your first fingertips into Gyan Mudra. You're going to bring your arms first against your body, palms facing down, and then bring your elbows off the body, and so that your hands are facing about a 45-degree angle to the floor. Okay, and you want to sort of have your pinkies facing out to the side. Here we go. Holding this posture, close the eyes, and we're going to be here for 7 minutes. Alright, there's not going to be any music because we're whistling, we're going to make our own music. 7 minutes on the clock, and you can begin. Whistle breath in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds, and cannon breath out for about a second. Keep going. The idea of this meditation is to keep your focus on the breath. The breath has got the key and the power to change that physiology of the body. last cannon breath. You're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and hold the breath. Exhale with the cannon breath. Inhale again. We're going to hold a little bit longer. Exhale the cannon and release the hands down. Come back to natural breath. Observe how you feel. And then the next inhalation, open your eyes. We continue to sit, so if you need to release your legs, you can give it a little shake. And now, if you find that as you're doing these Kriyas, that anything's going dead, you're welcome to shoot a leg out, have your legs out. If for you, rock pose is a more comfortable posture, you're welcome to do that. That's okay. All right, now we're going to dive into this feeling of emotion, and we're going to bring this emotion up. And the first thing we're going to do is called Breath of Fire with Lion Claw or Lion Paw, depending what you choose. And this is the claw. And you've got to have tension here the whole time in your hands, because that's going to help to allow yourself to feel the emotions. The arms are going to be out to the side, and you're going to crisscross. So the two of you on the wall, all the people on the wall, just make sure you've got space. You're going to alternate crisscrossing the arms. Inhale as you take the arms out, exhale as you take the arms across. And you're going to be doing, let me check something on that. Yeah, okay, so just in and out the nose. And as you do it, you're working with the power of the belly to do this. Keep the tension. Now, this next section we're going through in the class, allow yourself to go into the emotion. Because you might bring up anger, you might bring something else up, but go into it, because it's layers. And then something else might be underneath that, and go into that, and go into that, and go into that, and just use this space to release. I mean, you came here for releasing anger, so let's do it, yeah? Are you ready for this? We're going to be here for 5 minutes. When it gets tough, that's the point where something's going to show itself. So just keep going, all right? And I've got a really awesome piece of music as well to help us with this. So close your eyes, get your calls ready, keep that tension. 5 minutes from the clock. All right, and let me get the music. So there's going to be a little bit of a beat with the music for you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. All right. Here we go. So it goes like this. Get that tension in those fingers. take a breath in, hold the breath. Maintain the posture, cannon breath out. Inhale. Keep the tension in the arms. Exhale. One more, breath in. Hold. Exhale. Release, bring your hands onto your heart. Follow the breath from the nostrils to the heart, from the heart at the nostrils. Next inhalation, open your eyes. If you need to release your body, if anybody needs tissues, they're there at the glass. Well done, everybody. We're going to go one step deeper. The next one we're going to do is called Burning in Anger. I did this one as a 40-day Kriya for myself because I found it so effective. And so I hope you experience something from it. The posture is going to be as follows. You're going to tuck down the last two fingers on your right hand and hold your thumb, take your thumb to hold the fingers down. I know this is my left side, but this is your right side. And you're going to place your left hand over your heart. The right arm is coming up at a 45-degree angle to the front, and you want to keep tension in the arm, but the shoulder is going to be relaxed. Your eyes will be closed, and you're going to breathe in and out through the mouth. And you're going to breathe through an O shape of the mouth. There'll be 2 counts breathing in, 2 counts breathing out. but we're here to release anger. The 2 counts at 2 seconds, and there has to be a bit of power behind it. So it's going to be like this. And in the beginning, you're just going to find this balance, because you don't want to go too hard that you like knock yourself out. But you will be a little lightheaded. That's okay, but not to the point of blackout. There's in that slight lightheadedness, there's the discomfort where things start to show up as well. So just find that sweet spot with that. And if it gets hard, you breathe harder. That's the secret with this. You work the belly, you pump from the belly, and you blow. If you find that your arm is going to fall off, just stay a little bit longer, because again, the sweet spot is there. And if you're like, oh, it's breaking, then just come down for a moment, give yourself that release, and then when you're ready, come back in. 5 minutes. Right. Left hand on the heart, right hand, first 2 fingers, last 2 fingers down, thumb holding, arms up, or arm up 45 degrees, close your eyes. Breathing in for 2 counts to the mouth, belly extends, out 2 counts to the mouth, belly pulls back. We're going to work with the solfeggio sound, which is a frequency sound, and it's about liberation from fear. That's the music. got a minute to go. Work a bit more powerfully if you need to. Work that belly. bit on the edge, but you're not quite there. You can go a little bit faster with your breath. Seconds. Separate the fingers, reach both arms up, stretch your breath and hold the breath. Squeeze your mulban to a root block, your pelvic floor, so hold that space. Release the arms down, the cannon breath. Again, inhale, reach up, hold the breath. Squeeze that root lock. Exhale, cannon, release the arms. One more time. Inhale, stretch, apply root block. Exhale, cannon. Hands on the knees and immediately go into the shoulder roll to the back for 1 minute. Natural breath. Shoulders back. Then tuck your upper arms against the body. Bring your hands up so they're facing upwards, 90 degrees at the elbow. Take the arms to the side, 45 degrees. Stick your tongue out as far as you can, and then dog pant breath, working into the chest. It's okay. One minute to go. Back in, relax the hands on the legs, come back to natural breath. Then open your eyes. Shake your legs out while I explain the next part, if you need to. We're going to do Uddiyana Bandha. Now, Uddiyana Bandha is the diaphragmatic lock. And you pull the lock always on an exhalation when we have no air left in the body. So we can just practice this now before we get into the posture. Take your hands, find the side of your ribs, and then sort of put your fingers as if you're trying to put them under the ribs. Okay, so don't hurt yourself, just put them there gently. You take a breath in, exhale all the air out, and then pull your belly button back and up as if you're trying to create a hollow space. And if you're doing it right, you'll be able to get your fingers right underneath. So I don't know if you can see it, but it hollows. So the ribs sort of flare a little bit to the side, and there's more of a hollow space. Right, are we happy with that? You guys want to practice again? Take a breath in. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Suck as if you're creating a hollow pressure. Okay. Now, when you breathe in from there, because you've created this hollow pressure, just breathe in slowly because the diaphragm will want to like pop out. So when you inhale again, you just gently inhale. And we're going to hold the fish posture for this. And I'll come and help you if you cannot get your head on the floor, and I'll help put cushions underneath your head. Right, and it looks like this. Your legs are out in front of you. You place your hands under your butt, palms facing down. You take your elbows back and you rest on your forearms. So the weight is in the forearms. You poof your chest out, slide a little bit back, and place the crown of your head on the floor. And if you can't reach, I'll put a cushion there. You're going to breathe in and out through your nose. You're going to inhale, expand into the chest. Exhale, hold the breath out, and apply that diaphragmatic lock. So you put it in, and then you just repeat the process. Inhale slowly. Exhale, apply the lock. Alright. So, assume your positions. I'll just come and check posture. If you want to do a cross-legged posture like that, I'll just show some options here. This has got a more of an opening, sort of, how do I put it, receiving posture. Okay, it's when we do it like this. You can either, if you want full posture with the legs straight, but if you want to be more open and receptive and sort of receiving, you'll have an open leg, or you can cross your ankles over as well. It has a different energy to it, but they all work. Alright. So, hands under your butts. Going to the full posture here. Alright, legs out. And then come up onto your elbows. Everybody, let's just do that again. Just sit one leg down first. Okay, so sit on your hands. Rest on your forearms first. Lift the chest. Tilt the head back. And then there's a little bit of a slide just so that you can get your head onto the floor. Alright. So the weight is in the arms. That's it, good. And tilt your head back and use some cushions. Work. There you go. Perfect. That's it. You've got it. Got it. Are you okay?
I'm just supposed to be different.
We're going to do the half pose rather. Okay. Alright, stay in this posture. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Expand into your chest. Exhale all the air out. Hold the breath out. Pull the belly up, button up. As if you're doing diaphragmatic lock. Hold the breath for a couple of moments. And then gently inhale again. Expand into the chest. Imagine that you're pulling the energy from the solar plexus into the heart. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Apply that diaphragmatic lock. If it gets too much for your neck, you're more than welcome just to come lie down on your back in Savasana and continue with the breathing. We're going to be here for 1 minute. Focus on the heart. Breathing into the heart, breathing out around the heart. Hold the breath, pulling energy up to the heart as you hold the breath. lift the head up, look at your feet. And then release the hands out from under you. Come line Savasana. Roll the legs in and out a few times. Roll the arms in and out and roll the head side to side. Stop the movement and just relax for a moment. Surrender to the floor, let go. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Out the mouth. 1 more. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give them a hug. Keep your head on the floor and rock side to side. Stopping the movement, lift your head and shoulders off, roll along the spine a little bit, and then come into a seated posture again for the last little bit. Alright. So on the right side, on the right side of the body we have the liver, which relates to the emotional anger. So we're going to work around the space to release anything that might be blocked in that space. At the same time, we're first going to be listening to a chant, and the chant is the Rama Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. And then at the end, we're going to be singing it. So if you take your chant sheet and you turn it over, your first chant sheet, it is the second one from the top, the Siddhi Gayatri Mantra, Rama Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. So you can just have the chant sheets there in front of you. I think maybe by the time we get to the chant you'll already know it because you've listened to it for 6 minutes before we start chanting it. You're going to have your right hand out to the side and you're going to be working with your left hand. And you're going to make a little fist. And along the side of the rib cage, so on the rib cage itself, along underneath it is the liver. And you're just going to be tapping, 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 tapping. Right, this is not where my liver, this is my stomach. My liver's on that side, but I'm mirror imaging you. Okay, so this is your right hand. Your liver's on the right, yeah. And then you take your hand across the body, yeah, to the other side. Right, so all you're going to do is you're just going to tap. And you might find there's a sensitive spot somewhere here. And that's showing you there's a block. And then you can just tap into that block. And you're just going to work all around here for 3 minutes, eyes closed, listening to the chant. I'm going to work my own liver, do it this side. Gentle, but also effective. of your body, in line with sort of where the liver area is. You're just going to gently punch around there. It's on the muscles all the way to the side. I suppose it depends on your flexibility. So just do the best that you can, and know whatever you're doing is perfect, but your intention is there as well. hold the breath, visualize yourself healthy, vibrant, radiant, well, prosperous, abundant, at peace. Exhale, hands down. Come back to natural breath. Maintaining the meditative state, come lie down on your back again in Savasana. This is our final relaxation. Legs are slightly apart, your feet at the edge of the mat, feet turned out. Arms next to your body, palms open upwards, arms away from the body. Back of the neck lengthened. If you have any discomfort, then either prop yourself up with a pillow behind the head, under your butt. If you've got a back issue, you can always bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Once you've found your comfortable posture, let go. Nothing left to do. Letting go of any thoughts. Letting go of tension in the body. So scan your body for a quick moment from toes to top of the head. And if you find that you're holding on, take a deep breath and relax that space. The floor is there to support you. You've got nothing you need to do. Feeling that groundedness, body parts that are connecting to the floor. Feel the lightness of the body parts that are connected to the air. connect into your body with movement by moving your fingers, your toes. Rock your head side to side. Stopping these movements, bring your legs together, keep them on the floor, point your toes. Take your arms over your head so that the fingers are touching the floor above your head. So you're stretching from your fingertips to your toes. And then bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug, and hold them with your hands. Rock side to side. Come back to center with your Kundalini cat stretch. This is where you lower the right leg on the floor, place the left heel on the right thigh, and then rotate both legs towards the right, so you're twisting. And you'll feel it anywhere from the outer thigh, the butt, the lower back, the shoulder. Come back to center. Keep the left knee against the chest as you lift up the right knee. Hold it. Lower the left leg down. Place the right heel on the left thigh and rotate towards the left. Come back to center, bring both knees up again. Give them a hug. Lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Keep the head up as you rock along the lower spine. And eventually, when you're ready, come back to seated posture. Once you're sitting, close the eyes. Rest the hands on the knees, palms open upwards. Lengthen the spine. And observe yourself in this moment. We're closing off the session by chanting Sat Nam 3 times. The Sat part is long, but the Nam part is short when we chant it. Bring your palms together in prayer position. Place the thumbs against the heart. Lengthen the back of the neck. Take a breath into prepare. Thumbs to forehead, forward bow, to say thank you. So everybody thank you. Sat Nam.